Hey everybody, and we are live. It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it for this exciting stream. Yeah, we are going to be going through a debate between Sam, Flat Earth Reconnaissance, versus Jerenism. They debated is TFE fake recently, and I haven't watched it, so this is all fresh to me. So just to let you guys know, I am watching this fresh as well. I haven't watched anything of it yet, so it's going to be exciting to see what was discussed and what is debated. But it's good to see everybody. Glad you can make it. Going to have to wait for people to come in, obviously, for if you guys want to come in. Hey Ryan, what's up? Good to see you. And PJ, glad you guys can make it. If you guys have anything you want to oh, I need to actually set it to go live. There we go. Going live in the vertical as well. Sorry about that. But it is live on both now, I think. Yes. Okay. But it's good to see everybody. Good to see you all coming. I have to... Why? Okay. Share screen. But before we start that, I think let's first go and... this is a video by Rusted Soul about this, you know, about the whole TFE thing. I think let's watch some of this first. Shout out to Rusted Soul, and then we'll move on to the debate review.
So we're looking at the TFE website, tracking by 060. I was wondering what this company was. I'm like, what is this tracking by these people? This is who tracked them, because when you zoom in on all those little lines that were there, there's little faces on each one. So each line, each color is like a different person that was being tracked. So that's where their GPS came from. And the GPS comes from this company that has partnered with NASA and SpaceX on the Fram-2 polar orbital mission, along with stuff with the, who is it, NASA, something with the ISS. There's another link, I think, with SpaceX, or maybe it's SpaceX and NASA. Maybe they all partnered on the same stuff. But either way, super suspect.
That's very, yeah, that is kind of suspect if you think about it, because, like, you know, I'm like wondering why are they the same? No, it's not showing anything yet. Would help if I actually put it on for you guys. Sorry about that. Didn't realize. Hey, Debatable D, what's up? SKS, good to see you. But it's a good point she's making. It's like, why are the tracking company that was you know, doing the tracking for TFE, why are they the same people that were doing, you know, like space mission stuff? It's kind of weird, you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of very in-house based, you could say.
It's from there. Like, this is from their site.
You don't have it. You just failed to present it.
Where do you think it would have been gotten from?
Where would I don't know, maybe you brought a GPS with you or something, but you didn't, I guess.
Yes, they did. They plotted, you know, that little thing that they did where they all wore a GPS and you could watch it on the Final Experiment website. So yeah, they did.
You see, the Final Experiment website, that's what we just looked at. That company has partnered with NASA, and we're supposed to trust these people.
I want to make it clear. You keep saying 400,000, but that's definitely not right. So
okay, that's somebody else said that, and I just repeated it.
Yeah. So Will paid for Jaren, Austin, John, Jonathan, and Dave, and then his part, his $32,000 part, was free because there were a total of 8 of us. So he paid for those 4 about 40,000 each. 8 of us paid ALE 32,000 each.
I thought I saw number 13 somewhere. There wasn't 13 people total that went.
Nope.
Okay, my bad. But all together, how?
I don't know where she gets 13 though. But yeah, it was a very select group. And I still do think that select group was a planned group for specificness.
How much did you all spend collectively on this?
So there were 9 of us that went. 8 of us paid ALE 32,000 each.
I thought I saw number 13 somewhere. There wasn't 13 people total that went.
Nope.
Okay, my bad. All right, so 9
people. 4 flatties. 5 of us plus Will. That's 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so collectively, though, how much would you say? I don't know. I'm bad at math. Let me get my calculator out here.
I believe you.
There's a lot of things I'm bad at. I know.
It was a lot. It was a lot, Rusted. A lot of money, which I think was and I've said this many times. Why would you spend so much money to go to Antarctica and attack the flat Earth when you have a church and your mandate is supposed to be trying to get people to Christ? Instead of using that money for God's kingdom, he's using it for a personal vendetta because he can't accept God created the earth a stationary closed plane. Yeah. I don't know why the chat seems to be pushing this. I think I might have to end the votes because it seems to be, I don't know, pushing it on hectic. Let's see. I'm going to have to end the poll, unfortunately, guys. Because every time someone votes, it seems to bring the... let's hope the poll has stopped now so it can stop respawning the whole time. But let's go. Moomin Rider, what's up, man? Yeah, who cares how much it costs? It was a waste of money. That's my whole point, Moomin. It's just a waste of money because it's just odd to me that he used so much money, though, for something that's not actually his calling.
That could be on. At least I won't sit here and be like with it and be like, I have a high IQ, and then when you try and give me a math problem, I
can't. So if you take,
it's a good one.
Moderator.
What was it? $33,000 each.
32,500 is what we paid to AL.
So 33. I knew it was 33. And I'm not good at math, but I'm pretty sure 12 and 3 don't equal 9. So, there's that. Knew it.
Yeah, but so you have to understand the participants didn't mean they actually went. It was just people that participated in debating Will Duffy. That's what the participants were really about. So I think she's a bit confused with that, though.
It was $33 or 33,000. 33,500, not 32,500. I don't even
He's
know.
Crazy position
All
of
I know
gravity
is that you guys can claim you don't care, but if you didn't care, then Duffy wouldn't have spent $400,000, but not splurge on putting it on the website, not splurge on getting a different camera. Oh no, not research the camera and see all the anomalies and all of the shit, all of the stuff that. That's
a good point, Moomin. Yeah, how can I find this really perplexing about the people that claimed they went to Antarctica and did the whole TFE thing. If Flat Earth is dead and TFE killed the Flat Earth, why are they still debating this? Ever wondered, guys, why are the TFE people that we know faked this whole thing? If TFE killed the Flat Earth so bad, why are they still debating this? I mean, that's actually going to bring us why we're going to watch this debate review between Jaren and Sam tonight, because it is about TFE being faked. I just thought Michael sent me this from Rusted Souls and thought, let's just watch it. I haven't watched this either yet, so I'm watching this as well on the first, just to get an insight, because I think she's going to bring up the same points I've really been bringing up, which is very perplexing, and a red flag has come to mind when you think of TFE on this.
That camera has, and if you had at least one other camera, then it would look better for you guys at least. But it doesn't. It's like you guys you did it half-assed, just like NASA does. Half-assed is all their shit. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. They go above and beyond.
They go above and beyond.
Here.
We have
Glenn, you asked too many questions. Yeah, apparently I do. This is the same things I was bringing up. Look how much older they look when they get back from TFE. Back from Antarctica. It's insane. They look much, much older. Their hair grows. I mean, look at this. 3 days, guys. Look how much hair is growing on the side of his head. That's impossible. Does this guy have superhuman hair growth or something that we don't know about? Because I've brought these things up as long with him as McKeegan. I think they went down much earlier to get an environment HDR and you know, fake it. Hey, who's in? Let's see who's in. Roger Ledwell. Hey Roger, how's it going, mate?
Did you know the Earth's a globe? Damn. Sorry.
What?
How you doing?
What happened?
Nothing. I'm just joking.
How's it going, mate?
So yeah, it's going good. Yeah, you see Sam's interview with Jaren and
That's what today's stream's about. We're going to go going through that debate, and we're going to review it. I'm just quickly going through this Rusted Soul video.
I saw part of it.
Yeah, because I think it's going to show some interesting things, and then we'll go through. So, did you watch the debate with Jaren and Sam?
Yeah, most of it. Vlad did a live.
Okay. So. Yeah, I didn't watch it at all, so it's going to be fresh for me. So please don't spoil it for me.
Okay. Just to add this, there are a few things I would have pointed out to Jaren's claims he was making during this. But
yeah. Time slip. This is all new to me. I didn't even know Rusted Soul and McToon had a debate, to be honest.
Me neither.
Yeah, quite interesting.
Hair, very little hair here, like total buzz cut to the scalp. Here, it's looking like there's a lot more hair.
Yep, and he's got less hair later on top, but more hair on the left. Have you realized that? Why is his hair so much thicker on the left, but he's got this buzz cut on the left, but on the right 3 days later he's got a lot less hair on the top, and he's got a lot more hair on the side.
I don't understand that neither. Yeah, I see it.
And he looks a lot more chubbier. He looks a lot more chubbier, a bit more wrinklier. So, we brought these things up before, so.
Yeah, it's the focal length of the camera, though.
Yeah, focal length can change a few things, but it definitely can't grow hair.
And it can't make you fatter.
And the thing is, it can make you look fuller, but it's definitely not going to make you gain 10 pounds. You know what I mean? Like 20 pounds or something. It's impossible.
You know, I think they can do that with lighting, can't they? They can add hair with lighting.
Let's put it this way. There's a limit to what focal length can do to a person's appearance.
Oh, yeah. And to a photograph for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also noticed mole.
No mole. Mm-hmm.
I think we have a new gate. Mole gate.
Mole gate.
Save the best for last here. This is pretty funny. All right, so this is in Antarctica. This is right when he got back and he was streaming with McKeegan. Mole? No mole.
I think you should be asking what's up with the shape of his nose.
Yeah, that's a good question. It looks like it's fatter in the blue.
Yeah, look at that.
Doesn't it?
Look at the shape. It looks totally different.
Mm-hmm. He got a new nose.
That's not McToon, guys. It's a clone. Clone gate.
Colgate. Colgate.
Colgate.
Molegate.
Oh, man.
Hair looking longer. Hair looking shorter. Hair even looking longer up here, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, was there a mole, a place that removes moles in Antarctica that we don't know about? Because what happened to the mole, bro?
I don't think it was a mole. I think he went to the toilet, and he flung some shit around, and a piece dropped on his cheek. And
could be a pimple.
He didn't know he had to clean it. Could be a pimple.
He did that at Antarctica. Yeah, down in one of the porta potties. Yeah. I don't know.
And then there's more. Not much more, but okay, here's a close-up.
Dave McKeegan, we saw that as well. So much difference. I mean, he went anorexic in like 3 days for some odd reason. And his hair changed color too.
Yeah. They're still insisting that it's all about whether they win or not, I think.
Yeah, no, it's all just showing the differences between these supposed 3 days. These are the same type of things we were calling out, like straight away, remember?
Yeah, that was like the first two things that we were looking at.
But I mean, we were
When they
looking
got
through
back.
Duffy and McToon, and we were looking at where they supposedly were there back, with that Brazilian dude. And,
Yeah, at the hotel.
Yeah, and we were like, this looks like a year before, you know what I mean? And I still believe that they went earlier, much earlier, like a year before, to just create
Yes,
a environment, and then play it to make it look like they got a real sun there. I do believe that.
Can I say just one more thing though? The sun that they actually show that's in the sphere in Vegas looks a lot like the sun.
It does. It has the same
I
type
know.
of effects, the same type of wraparound effect.
Yeah, weird, ain't it?
And there's a reason for that, because of the shape of the sphere. The
Yeah.
sphere dome. It has a how can I put it? If you think about triangles linking to each other, if you have to lay them together to make the sphere, that's how it's laid out. So as that Las Vegas sphere is in that shape, you can point to all these triangles together. It gives that almost elongated feel. And that's practically what you see with the sun. And that's why a lot of people think maybe they were just in the Las Vegas sphere for a few days.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see them doing both.
Mm-hmm.
Going down there just for posterity's sake, and then filming it in the sphere.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, if you put it together also like with like Rusted Soul saying, if they were, how can I put it? If they were the tracking company used are the same people that do it for NASA, why should we trust them? First of all, what connections does Duffy have with NASA in the first instance to let them do his tracking app?
That's a good question. There's some odd things that's going on with Starlink. Starlink has receivers between Antarctica and South America and South Africa on little islands.
Mm-hmm. But you understand what I'm saying? It's weird. It's like he's got these weird connections.
Well, there's a big NASA company here in town where I'm at. Yeah,
but they're not just going to connect with anyone, though.
No.
You understand? So he's got really weird connections with NASA and things, and he's very invested into this for some reason. So that tells me that I can't trust anything with the guy, especially with what he was preaching before he even went. A year ago, it's not immoral to lie according to the Bible. So
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, and he did a sermon about it, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. A whole series of sermons, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's all right to lie before I go,
Exactly.
tell the truth.
What's up? Yeah, it's really fuzzy now that I've uploaded it in my computer. Sorry, it looks better on my phone, but he's got more of a beard. It looks a lot thicker here.
The beard, I can't really say anything much.
Yeah.
I mean,
'cause you
my
grow
beard
back.
grows really quickly as well. You know what I mean? So the beard, I can't really say anything either. But what does get me is, look how bushy his hair on the right is compared to the left, and the eyebrows as well. It's a different type of bush, and the color's different. But then they can say, "Oh, it's just the lighting." But that's very dark, and that's very light.
really blonde.
It looks kind of
Bleached.
You know what I mean? And he definitely looks anorexic here compared to there.
Yeah, I agree. He does. He's got more color too, like in his skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
He's become pale almost.
I mean,
Over
you can
on
also
the-
see he's lost weight even based on the wrinkles of his forehead.
Yeah,
Look at this one's even
looks
started. Look, you can see it right through here because he's got more fat on his forehead there. Yeah, he's got less. So, he's got less of a pronounced bottom wrinkle. You know, look at that.
I know what it is. I know why he's losing
Even
weight.
there on
He's
the top
taking
there, you see there.
I do see it. Yeah. He took Ozempic between here and there. That's what it was.
Well,
I
let's just
got
go.
an offer for that the other day. Somebody they sent me an email offer. Oh, you need Ozempic, dude. You seen me? I do look like I'm overweight. I need Ozempic. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see.
So this was, with Toon, this was in Antarctica. His face looks more filled out. He looks skinnier here. He just looks skinnier. Like this looks like years apart from each other. Like it really doesn't look like any time to me. Like, that's just my opinion. Here we got more Molegate.
More Molegate.
Mole. This was in Antarctica. This was
Yeah,
right
it could
before.
be. Like you said, it does look like a mole, though. It doesn't look like a pimple or anything.
No. Maybe it's makeup he put over his mole in the corner.
Never
I don't
know.
know.
We'll never know. Well, McToon, if you do have a answer for your mole, it would be great to get an answer.
Antarctica. This was right after Antarctica. This was 9 months ago.
Insane.
So, I guess right after.
I guess that's making the point. We don't really need to go through this the whole time, because now she's going to talk about mole probably. So I think let's get to what we actually came in for, guys.
Here.
Guys agree?
Yeah.
The debate.
There's Sam.
There's Mr. Sam. Guys, do go and subscribe to Sam, Flat Earth Reconnaissance. Yeah, he debated Jaren very recently on, and I think Dave was the moderator on here. Like I said, I haven't watched any of this. This is fresh to me, so we're going to see what's going to be said, and we take it from there. Yeah, let's do this. And by the way, before we do start, hit the likes, please, guys. Share the show. That's all I ask. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. There's one more thing for a moderator. I've seen the whole thing, but he didn't. He wasn't. He's more like on Sharon's team, not a moderator. He's trying to convince Sam that not a moderator. No. It's like debates with Globus.
Yeah. You know how it works. It's a private debate. What can I say? Team debating, but as a moderator.
Okay, go ahead, and I'll start your clock whenever you start.
Let's see what he says.
Okay, so let's talk about that TFE trip. In my opinion, I wish I could believe that it happened, but I have no other choice than to understand that it could not happen. So of course now we have a problem, because you're saying that you went in that cold place there, but actually there are so many anomalies in your footage, in your behaviors, that it's impossible to believe that you were actually there. So even David Weiss is saying that.
Shank the Globe says, is it possible that they used the sun simulator? I seen a Chinese launch fake sun not long ago. Either that or there was reflection of the real sun caused by the dome. That's my two theories. Yeah, it's very possible, man. It has been a theory pushed around there. I'm not going to say no to that, because we do know for a few years now the fake sun simulator has been out. I still stick with, I think they went a year before and they just did an HDR environment scan of the whole thing, and they overlaid some fake sun over there, and just when they did actually go, which I think they did go this time, they just overlaid that footage in the environment on using Unreal, and that's practically how they faked the sun. But that's just my 2 cents, what I think, and I think that's the more plausible thing. Although the strings that would needed to be pulled to fake the sun like that, you would need quite a lot of hectic connections for that. But then again, if we look at the connections that Duffy seems to have with NASA and things, to be able to have Starlink privately in Antarctica, and NASA do his tracking app for him, he has all these interviews with very important, prominent people. I I could not pass it over to say he might just be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are
You
your
know what the
thoughts
trolls
on
want me to do? They want me to rent Duffy's equipment to take with me if I do go. When I do go, better yet said.
it? They want you to.
Yeah, I said I should rent his Mariner Starlink receiver and take it with me when I go.
Who wants you to rent the?
It's one of the AA's crew. They're leaving comments. Why don't I rent this Duffy's equipment?
But- But what's it
Duffy.
doing there then?
Oh, because he's in Denver. He supposedly still has it.
Yeah, but you
So,
understand what I'm saying? Why would he rent it out then? It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Hmm.
They said it's the only way I can get.
I thought he lent it though, but I could be wrong.
I thought he rented it too. I thought he could just pay one-time fee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he has it. Yeah, he
Interesting.
does.
Like, you know, the sky was faked and the sun was fake and everything was fake, the snow was fake, but you were there. And later on, I'll explain why it's so important for him to, to insist on that point, and why it's so important for you also to insist on that point that, you were actually there. So the thing is that I've talked to Maktoon about some of these anomalies, and all the time he was telling me that it was because of technical problems related to the 360 degrees camera. So I checked, and I couldn't find on internet any footage of a 360 camera that had the same glitches, or that had as many glitches and anomalies.
Yeah, the glitches and anomalies we pointed out. These can be caused by corrupt files, based on taking the files off of the on the GoPro, sticking it on the camera, editing it, and sticking it back on the GoPro. Hence why Dave McKeegan was caught when he was showing his GoPro, saying, "Oh, look what's showing these weird things," which still corroborates with what my theory on this is, that they, faked the sun, making it a digital sun in post-production.
Yeah, they did have somebody down there that was a pro at that, weren't there?
Yeah,
At least
Jonathan.
2 of them. Yeah, there you go.
Jonathan's it's his wheelhouse, doing effects and things. I just find it very perplexing that this stuff. I don't know. Do you think this mockumentary of this is going to come out any day?
Well, that's what he says in December, is what he was saying on the final debate as it goes.
December. Okay, should be interesting.
It's going to be, I think, like an anniversary thing, like the day they went. Here they
okay.
are.
As in the TFE footage. So I don't think it's true. I believe also that the glitches you have and the anomalies, some of the anomalies we have in that footage views, can be found and can be seen in the displays, LCD screen displays that we see in the sphere. I made a small video just to compare it. So that the only type of anomalies I saw in the footage are the ones I saw also in the.
I don't know if you've seen recently at this Las Vegas Sphere, they were able to play Wizard of Oz, the full movie.
No, I didn't see that. No,
But
I just saw a couple.
But what's interesting about this thing, because Wizard of Oz is at a certain aspect ratio, and the dome is much wider, they had to put a lot of VFX into it to stretch the scene to fit the whole dome.
Yeah, I get you, the screen basically. Yeah.
So they probably had to, for instance, crop part of the movie itself, like you can see me on screen now, to be cropped. Then they just fill the rest with CGI.
Yeah,
Quite
I see that.
interesting. And a lot of the time they used AI for that, by the way, guys, to make the process much easier and quicker. So that's why it's very possible that TFE could have been done in the Las Vegas Sphere. They could have created an environment, like I was saying, and then they could have gone to the Sphere for a few days, rented the Sphere out, gone there for a few days, used that as their their studio, and they had their overlay of the sun in that sphere, and that's what was giving the lighting. That's why their shadows are like it is, and all these anomalies. It could be. You never know.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
How much does it cost to rent that thing?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, if Duffy has so much money and so many contacts, why would it be impossible for him?
It wouldn't be.
Yeah. I mean, just tell people, sorry guys, the sphere's closed for a few days.
Yeah, we're making repairs.
Uh-huh.
In that sphere, don't say.
Yeah?
Yeah, with the Restream, they're offering me an AI like Puppet I can use.
Okay.
You see, right, where you make an AI character and it will mimic what
avatar,
you do.
yeah. A moving avatar, yeah, I remember that. It's quite cool.
That you were there, but that actually maybe those glitches are not produced by the camera you had there, but simply by the screens that we believe were there, because the point is that we believe that you're in the studio somewhere, some sort of a studio. We don't know where yet, but we believe it was totally fake, and of course that's going to be a subject of discussion. But the thing is that if I claim it was fake, I also have to understand why it was faked and what was the point in faking it and all that, and what was the objective behind this. And we've been working hard, and I believe we understood what are the objectives behind the TFE operation, which was not, to my mind, to prove that the Earth is flat, because it's obvious that all these mistakes were made. Some of them, let's say, were made on purpose, because you're not that stupid. You're not even I.
Yes, I believe some of those stupid mistakes were on purpose as well. I believe it's to kind of, let people catch on to watch this and then say, oh, you see, it's fake and stuff, so they can, because they needed a backdoor to kind of make an excuse to say, oh, look, these conspiracy theorists are just, they're hedging on these things and we can prove it's, like that green screen thing with the pockets. You know what I mean? It's almost to try and make a narrative that, guys, it's fake. It's not fake. They're just stupid. They're not understanding what's going on. You understand? So I do believe they did create some falsities in there for that. But then again, there is a lot of mistakes they would make if they want to try and make it as clean as possible. I mean, you probably seen this before. If you try and do something so perfectly, because it's reality, there's always maybe one small mistake somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how hyper persistent and perfect you want to be, there'll always be some issue. I mean, let's take movies for instance. How many high-end movies, okay, millions and millions and millions of dollars it cost them to make, and there's little nuggets in those videos that show things that are wrong if you just freeze the frame. You understand? It shouldn't be there.
Yeah, you'll catch them. Yeah,
and they want it to be as perfect as possible, but there will be a mistake somewhere. Yeah, the final excrement was a joke. I 100% agree.
Who don't know nothing about how to take pictures of films of 360-degree movies, I wouldn't have made so many mistakes. So it's kind of suspicious that there is so many gross mistakes.
Why is Dave taking notes? If you guys are realizing, can you see that he's taking notes? I thought he's just a moderator.
He's not here as a moderator, I don't think.
No, he is supposed to be there as a moderator.
Yeah, but he's not. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but he's supposed to be the moderator, you understand? And now he's taking notes and insane. Okay.
It's being made about this footage. So we'll talk about it later on. But again, my position is that you could not be there and that you were someplace else, not that cool. So that's my first statement. You can go ahead. You can take my time. No problem.
Okay, thank you for that. Dave, you can go ahead and start us out if you want. Go for as long as you need to, and I'll kind of piggyback.
Oh
on
no, Jaren's the moderator. I thought
Weird.
Dave was the moderator, so Jaren's the moderator.
I think they switch places. It seems like halfway through this, but just remember, Vlad actually comes in here. Sam gave Vlad the Zoom number, so he just decided to join the
Oh,
party.
so it'd be
later
like 2-on-2.
too. Yeah, but Vlad doesn't really dig into him. He's on
man.
one mission. only.
Sam
Vlad
should have
wants-
rather given it to me, man. But it wouldn't have helped. I was on the road since like 5 a.m. this morning, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't really need to put a statement out in terms of position. I think our position's pretty self-explanatory. I would be curious to know as to which glitches
You know exactly what glitches
are referring to that you say can't be replicated.
Yes. Remember the ones you showed on screen, you know, when it had that purple and green glitching? I mean, I showed a video on it, remember? We actually did stream showing this. So he's got short-term memory loss or something, I don't know.
Mistakes on purpose, again, I'd be very interested to know what mistakes you think we'd made and what ones we would have done on purpose. And given you've gone with the position of you have to believe that it's fake, I would like you to say what evidence we could present to you that would convince you that it was not faked. Because we went into TFE knowing we were dealing with conspiracy theorists who were going to be going over every single piece of information, and one video wasn't going to be enough, and we shot.
Yeah, it was shocking. Maybe if you guys just did what you said you're going to do in the first place, 24-hour live stream of the sun above the horizon. I mean...
Yeah, that was really what we were waiting for, wasn't it?
That was literally the only thing we wanted to see. And notice we still haven't seen that. Instead, we got different excuses on why it didn't happen. Mark had Duffy's phone, and there was an update on the Starlink, and then Duffy's phone had an update, and the battery, I think, said the battery went flat, or I don't know. There's so many different...
Well, the real question is, why did they delete the footage they did get?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why isn't it still up on Rumble somewhere?
Exactly. Wesley, I'd love to give you the link to the promise, but I can't because Candace Owens took it down. Yeah.
They always go back to Will didn't promise it. We know that. Candace said that.
Well,
Mark
Will was
talking
to Candace Owens about it, remember? And that's why Candace Owens sent Mark.
Yeah.
So they can do the 24-hour live stream of the sun. And Candace Owens decided to remove that live stream as well. It's amazing.
It's strange.
Yeah, I find it really odd that you're busy streaming a so-called 24-hour sun, and at the point where it's supposed to actually go below the horizon, the stream just ends.
Click.
And then removed.
Sounds fishy to me.
And then literally just acting like TFE never happened. Have you realized, since TFE, Candace Owens hasn't really spoken about TFE?
She hasn't talked about Flat Earth since then either. Weird.
Yeah.
Multiple different videos, and so yeah, we were going in with the intention of expecting pushback. So I would be curious as to what position, where your line in the sand is, if you like, that would convince you that we are, or are you just going to automatically dismiss everything because it goes against Flat Earth? Also, I would ask, where is your position in terms of what you think we actually did? Because we were in Chile, we were live streaming while we were in Chile, in a fairly recognizable spot that you...
Like I said, I do believe they went to Chile. I do believe they went to Antarctica. I just, like I say, I think they went and they went a year before and they did their HDR environment and they created the fake sun overlay. I do believe that.
Yeah, and then Jared needs to know his left from his right, and his direction which way he's facing.
Yeah.
And maybe learn how to use a compass.
I don't understand how Jaren, can make such a faux pas, as you would say.
I don't know neither. I have no idea why.
I think the only reason that he would need to fake it like that is because he couldn't do the actual, how can I say, the actual direction based on their location, because they weren't actually there when they were doing that. So that's why I had to turn it upside down so it would stick in a certain place. Like I said, I think a lot of this stuff was pre-recorded. And I think some of the stuff they were just playing holiday there, and acting like they were doing things live, but not actually. I mean, you can pre-record lives quite easily, guys.
Yeah, not hard. We've shown how it's been done,
They could have even pre-recorded the stuff and then, added themselves in on a quote-unquote green screen or whatever, talking live to the audience. You can do that as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to fake it.
Still not convinced that they're trying too hard to convince everybody that they actually did go.
Exactly. Exactly.
You go to Google Earth and verify we were actually in Punta Arenas. And then I've recorded, and so has Critical Thinking MC Toon, the flight to Antarctica from that airport to Union Glacier. So, do you acknowledge we at least went to Antarctica, or are you in the position that you think we were never there in the first place?
Well, Whitsitt actually said something very interesting about this. Let me actually get it up quickly. I think you guys remember this.
Rory did another video on...
Sorry?
Rory did another video on shadows in a TFE thing. He's pointing out if the Earth was rotating, there wouldn't the shadow that's on the shed. It's better to watch it. If you're rotating and the sun is actually in the sky, it's not moving. We're moving. There would be a different type of shadow.
Yeah. But listen to this, guys.
Hey, buddy, if I was actually there, let's say hypothetically I actually went to Antarctica. I was actually there. It was actually just Antarctica. I actually watched them fly the drone backwards. Would I have a position in that scenario to be able to say that I know the claims that it was faked would be debunked? Hey, buddy, if I was actually there, let's say hypothetically I actually went to Antarctica.
I think that makes it clear.
You got a super chat, by the way.
I know. Thank you very much. Thank you, Negative Toy, for $3 Australian dollars. He says, how do you know the sun was about to set? Because setting time was on the schedule when you looked at the date and time. Based on that, I think it was, what was their time area code based upon? I think it was in Greenwich, correct? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they worked it out exactly when that, just before that 12-hour stream thing or whatever, that's about when it should be setting over that mountain. That's how they said. But thank you for the super chat anyway. Appreciate it. Oh, but before we go on, don't you find it odd that when Whitsitt spoke to me, he was talking about hypothetically, let's say hypothetically I went to Antarctica. Why would he say that?
Good question. And your name's Buddy now. Hey, Buddy.
Hey, Buddy.
Yeah. He knows your name, dude.
By the way, I still have not got a apology from him for telling me how I've been, slandering him and saying how bad he was when he literally got proven to be vaping after he told me he hasn't been vaping. Remember how he went on with me and telling me how I'm slandering him?
He was going to sue you almost, didn't he?
It would look like it was going to get there. But, yeah, at the end of the day, he can't even be man enough just to apologize and say, yeah, sorry, I lied about you, and made it as if you were lying. Shows his character,
projection.
doesn't it?
It does.
That's the only thing I would like to know. That's half the time, Jaren. So do you want to take the remaining half?
Sure.
So it is 2 against 1.
Sam, so when you and I talked offline, I just want to make sure that you would repeat this again. I asked you, or I was telling you about what I saw in the south and the north, and then I said, so the South Pole exists. And what did you say about if the South Pole exists, then it means that the Earth cannot be flat, correct?
What? Wait. If the South Pole exists, then the Earth cannot be flat. Oh my word. Roger, do you have a yard?
I do have a yard, yes.
Let's say you go to anywhere on the perimeter of that yard and you just paint one of those poles red on your fence.
I don't have a fence.
Yeah, but let's say hypothetically you got a white fence around your yard.
Gotcha.
And you just paint one of those poles red and call it the South Pole. Does that mean it's not your yard anymore?
Wrong. It's my yard, yes.
Does that mean there's no north inside that perimeter of your yard?
I don't see how that would happen.
Exactly.
There's always going to be
because the so-called South Pole is just a ceremonial place placed in the ground where tourists go. That doesn't make it not a flat Earth.
No.
And we've been trying to explain this to these globies all the time. And this is the problem Duffy had with his straw man as well. He was like, oh, we're on the AE map. Can you show me the South Pole? It's like, oh, well, you can show me the South Pole on your Mercator map, please. They can't.
You won't find it.
Because it's a map not made for that. Maps have certain things, they're based on certain objectives. And there's a reason why Duffy couldn't answer me, yeah. Because he doesn't like the straw man being thrown back at him.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have an answer for it.
No, they don't. Oh, man, Sam, I wish it wasn't that time. I could have come on with you.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
I was actually driving home from work while this was going on, and I was listening to it. I didn't get to watch it. So.
Of course.
Okay.
Normal.
Right.
Makes sense.
So, the thing about this is that people can go there and do every year, right? Upwards of thousands. I'm not sure the exact number, but thousands of people go there every year as tourists. They all see what we saw. So you have a lot of people that would be lying. I think I showed you, and I can show again, the Antarctic Marathon, which happens every single December. And you can go to their website, which is just in search, type in Antarctic Marathon, and you'll see that there's videos from every single year, not 2020 because of COVID, but every other year all the way back to like 2000, maybe 15 or 2005 or something like that. Anyway, you can see videos of all those people running that marathon. Now, we landed our plane in Union Glacier and picked up those people. Those people got onto the plane and they went home. And so we did get to see some of them. I know Austin and some other people interviewed some of them. It's just kind of funny that those people are there
I find that as well odd. They were interviewing some of those guys. Have we seen any of these interviews?
I haven't.
Because I'm still waiting to see these interviews. By the way, Austin, I'm still waiting for that so-called, how many terabytes of did he say it took for that? He's like, non-stop 24-hour thing. Still nothing.
You're getting another super chat too.
Thank you, Negative Tour, for another Australian $3. He says, show time and date for Union Glacier in December. We actually did these things live, Negative Tour. We actually showed the weather report live while they were so-called live streaming, and it totally didn't correspond with what was showing on their screen. Makes no sense, does it?
No, it doesn't. I'll testify that because I was here where you did it. Remember? We were all watching.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Roger Lidwell, thank you for sending a gifted membership. Really appreciate it. Welcome, 7 Club, to getting a membership. Woo! Yep.
7 Club got it? Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to 7 Club, by the way. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to 7 Club, do make sure to do so. It's got quite a cool channel. Speaking of members, yeah, every Wednesday night we have membership-only streams. So it's nice and chill and laid back. And, yeah, if you're a member, you get to be part of that. And patrons. I did stream to Patreon last night. That's what it showed on my YouTube. But I couldn't figure out on Patreon itself to see how it was streaming. So if you're a Patreon supporter, if you saw it, please let me know. If you didn't, please let me know so we can try and figure out how to get the Patreons also to see the membership streams on Wednesday nights. Because I appreciate all you guys' support. Everybody that supports this channel financially, you are really, really a big blessing. And I can't tell you enough how much you guys are meaningful to me.
Patreon has a platform they broadcast on? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Quite interesting.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, exactly. Negative. He says the Mercator cannot show the poles. That's exactly my point. It's not made for that. So when you get a straw man like Duffy can say, "Oh, show me on the A.E. Gleason's map where the South Pole is," it's not made for that.
Nope.
Just like your Mercator is not made for that either. You see the idiotic straw man it is. It falls flat on its own argument.
No pun intended, Flats.
Here you can go look at that and see that they're also there. So there's enough evidence now at this point that I think people should start to realize and move forward with the fact that the South Pole exists. You can get to the South Pole from where we were in South America in about 4.5 hours, or maybe 5.5 hours. You can get there from South Africa in about...
Yeah, you go to Troll Station, apparently. I still love that name.
Yeah, we live there.
Yeah.
About 6 hours, and you can get there from Australia in like 7 hours. That is impossible unless we have a converging lines of longitude. And so once you realize we do have converging lines of longitude, they have to be converging towards a bottom of something, which would be a sphere. So
not exactly. Remember when we get the argument of people saying, we look directly south at Sigma Octantis, you know what I mean? And that's not actually exactly true, because on the same location where you stand, you will always not look perfectly south. You'll look maybe a bit southeast, some will look a bit southwest, because we live in a 3-dimensional reality.
Yeah. He'll go on about the global grids here in a minute. I'll just give you a heads up about that. But I don't agree with it. I think that the global grid's off, to be honest with you, because it's distorted, because they have to make it that way.
Yeah, I agree, because if you also look at the declination that they placed on this global grid, it does kind of seem like it had to be fabricated to make it fit a sphere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, what was it that one guy that used to do those races, that Vindy race and things, that flat earther?
I don't remember it.
He also used to say he actually did a whole presentation on the declinations and things, and showing.
I think Eddie still got that on his channel. Eddie still got that on his channel,
which is really interesting.
Yeah.
I piggyback off what Dave said too. I want to know specifics of what you think couldn't have happened, because we were there and it happened. So that's about
it
for me.
Because you say you were there and it happened. Wow, okay. Debate over, guys. Jaren says they were there and it happened. Debate over.
Yeah. He's really mad because his channel's suffering. Basically, it doesn't really exist anymore. So he's mad at all the flat earthers because of that.
Well, what does he expect? He all the people that's been feeding him for the last 10 years, he's decided to insult and say stuff you.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of making buddy-buddy with the people that he used to insult and call, names all the time.
Yep. But he's telling the truth. He swears.
Well, sorry, Jaren's the last person to ever trust when it comes to truth on anything.
becoming that way, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and you can respond to that as you need to, Sam.
Okay, no problem. So just to answer what you just said about the people in Antarctica, it's true. There's a lot of people in Antarctica, lots of footage, and not only just, from recent times. For like 80 years, we have footages of people working there, going there. But the thing is that I don't think that TFE was made to prove that you could run in Antarctica. It was made to prove that there was a 24-hour sun. And where the problem is with what you're saying is that despite all these people that go there for so long, there's no video of the 24-hour sun for like 80 years. Now there is a couple of videos that were made by Anthony Powell that were proven totally fake and easily proven.
Yeah, I find that really odd. I mean, let's for instance take the Anthony Powell videos. Why did he have to fake it? Why would you need to fake things that are true? Doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, it's something that Jaren also used to say when he was playing Flat Earth. Why do you need to fake it if it's real?
Oh, yeah, he did say that. But I mean, like Anthony Powell, even the footage from the bases, why you only got 8 hours of footage.
Yeah, why?
And they're excuses.
And it's a lot of edited stuff as well. So yeah, it's really perplexing that they keep on wanting to go to. There's so much Antarctic footage, but then when you bring us the footage, it's kept on being shown to be fake. And I mean, I was looking at some of Jaren's old things, like when he was bringing up stuff, and he's stuff that he used to bring out of old when he was also like trying to disprove and art, the 24-hour sun and art and stuff and the shadows and stuff. There's no way he can rebut that today. He can't.
No, he can't. Yeah.
He can't rebut his own stuff, guys.
Well, he's going with the flow, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
But with the Wi-Fi down at the bases down there, from what I understand, that they can do a 24-hour if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They just forget. And I asked, why can't I use it? And they said they don't let the public use it. If I go down there, why can't I use their hookup, to do a live stream?
Yeah.
On the internet.
Okay, let's see. Thank you for your super chat. Again, Negator, just putting a time and date link. Probably wants us to go look at it. Okay, there we go. Sunrise, sunset, and day length of October 2025. Okay. What has that got to do with what? Look what the next solstice is. 21st December 2025. Were they there on the 21st of December, by the way? Nope. Okay, thank you. I guess.
Somebody needs to go down and film the 24-hour sun on that day, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Almost,
that would be
almost like something you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is it that you're having such a hard time for Globers to support you to go do this?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Some of them say they want to go.
Yeah, but also why is it so hard to get support from the so-called TFE people to help you support this? Because they would have the most to gain out of this, correct?
Yeah, they would.
Because it will help them vindicate their name.
Yeah.
And yet they're giving you a hard time.
The last thing I heard said, I'm not going to get there. I'm not going to go. They were betting on it last time I heard them talk.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Negative Tor says, Flat Earth just proved you lied. He lied about time and date. How did I lie about time? You gave me October 2025. We're in October 2025 right now. They went in December last year.
And I think the time and date said 19 hours, 18 hours.
Yeah. Like I said, we actually saw this stuff live. Cheers, Michael. Sleep well, man. Thanks for coming. Much blessings. Good to see you, brother. Okay, let's carry on.
Fake.
Well-
So the point is that since there is people, and there are people in Antarctica that are going there, no problem.
People are
But how
working.
come, we have to go now in 2024 to try to prove that there is 24 hours in Antarctica when it's so easy? It would be so easy to just call somebody, say, hey, I give you like $500, $1,000, just, film the 24-hour sun. Why made such an expedition there? You understand? So that's already suspicious before it starts. You understand? It doesn't make sense because, I tell you something. Truth has to make sense. When you have too much to prove, when you have too much to justify, you understand? So it proves by itself that it is false because truth can be proven very easily. For example, the Earth is flat, waters, don't bend, the Earth is stationary, and then, we can apply that theory, on the field because, we can justify that, what we're saying is true because we can see it. Now, what you are doing with all your calculations, which are perfect, I have nothing to say about everything that you, demonstrate all the time. And I'm not actually an expert in that. I'm not, you got the wrong guy because I don't understand all these things. But I know one thing. I know that all those calculations that you make that appear to be perfect and right do not apply to reality. Those are just demonstrations that show us how your imaginary world is working. I give you an example. You see,
That is also true. It does practically show imaginary world. Because if you think about anything about the globe, though, it's all on trust me, bro, and let me make CGI. You know what I mean? Well, thanks again for the super chats, Negative Tour. Tomorrow is Flat Earth Friday, so you can always come in and present your whatever your issue is on date and time tomorrow night. More than happy to go through it with you. But thanks for coming. Thank you for the super chats. Appreciate all the support.
Yeah, just one more thing about that. Like on the Gleasons during in the cycle, there we would actually have a different time than they do with the globe time and date too. Yeah. By the way, so we calculate that too.
Yeah.
Car. You know what a car is. You've been, you probably drove cars already, and we know that those cars exist. So now, if I had to create a car, I need science, like physics, chemistry, extra. So now, if I do like you do, demonstrate how a car works, the difference between you and I is that my demonstration is applicable to reality. Because then I can...
You see, Wesley, it doesn't bother me if the sun is 24 hours in Antarctica or not. Okay? Because that doesn't disprove or prove a flat Earth. All it's going to prove or disprove is if the sun's 24 hours in the sky or not. What I do have an issue with, though, with TF is, why did they lie? And that tells me, out of logical thinking, the reason they lied is because they had to prove their globe religion, because that's the only thing that will be disproven if they can't show 24-hour sun. So they had to lie about it, because that would disprove the globe. Notice, a 24-hour sun doesn't disprove a flat Earth. It only disproves a globe if it doesn't show a 24-hour sun. Because the only ones with a positive claim about this is the globe.
Yeah, they need that 24-hour sun for sure for the model to work.
Yeah, Flat Earth doesn't need it either way.
Yeah, and he's saying nobody didn't go down there till like the last 80 years, but James Ross Clark, Captain Cook, they explored those areas way before then. In the 1800s, actually. 1843, I think James Ross Clark did an expedition to look for the supposed South Pole.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
No, Wesley, it doesn't disprove a flat Earth. What's he saying? Wesley literally thinks this if you have a 24-hour sun on the flat Earth, that disproves the flat Earth. No, it doesn't. Oh my word!
I tell you, don't worry about it, Wes. When I get there, I'll make a nice little live stream for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can show you here. This is a car. We can drive it. Now, what you're doing is that you're demonstrating that something is working theoretically, but actually it doesn't apply to reality. So that's the problem I have with that. Now, again, to say that you were never there when it looks like you were there. Also, I'm gonna have to explain, what was the possible reason, let's say, behind all this. But we'll talk, later on about this. I don't know.
Wesley, there's no such thing as poles on a flat Earth. Your poles is a globe rhetoric. This is one thing I've seen throughout, ever coming into the flat Earth arena kind of thing, discussion. Why is it that globers, you probably see this a lot too, Roger, why is it they always push their globe beliefs onto the flat Earth and say, explain this on the flat Earth? But they're pushing their own belief on there, like poles or gravity. You know what I mean? It's like, that's got nothing to do with reality. It's got nothing to do with the flat Earth. That's your belief system that you want to push onto flat Earth. And then you say, oh, so doesn't make sense. Yeah, well, it's not about reality. It's based on your fantasy globe. It's got nothing to do with flat Earth.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a center pole through the Earth, for one. That's what they actually push. I believe there's a magnetic mountain in the north. That has nothing to do with the pole. They just call it the North Pole.
I mean, there's definitely a magnetic field around the Earth everywhere. But I mean, that works as a dipole, like on a flat magnet. Works perfectly.
It does.
Yeah.
Like there's an outer ring to it, like a speaker magnet, for that matter.
Yeah. Yes, and there's definitely what we would quote unquote claim as a North Pole on Earth, but that's based on what kind of North Pole are you talking about, Wesley? Are you talking about geographic North Pole, magnetic North Pole? You remember, you get different type of North Poles. Yeah, there's a North Star which they call Polaris. I don't know what that doesn't mean. There needs to be an opposite pole. I think it's quite I think it's quite possible that the reason we can't really see Sigma Octantis is because it's just an inversion of the northern stars reflecting off the dome.
Could be.
That's it.
I have a thing called lodestone. I actually have a big bag of it, and it doesn't have two poles on it. By the way, it has a magnetic property to it.
Have you ever been to a planetarium before?
I have, yes. When I was younger, I used to go to one place called Bud Shield. They had a planetarium there. We go look at it. Yeah, they make us go there to school.
I just want to ask something. Is that floor? Is it curving?
Yeah, it does. It curves up. Usually the inside.
So it doesn't curve down like a sphere.
Yeah.
But yet they can show the night sky quite accurately.
Yeah. They can.
Quite cool.
Weird.
Well, unless you want to talk now about it, but don't want to.
Well, just to make so you're saying that Dave and I are blatant liars, and that we actually are working against humanity by lying about the shape of the Earth. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
If your work sprawls across multiple apps, you need ClickUp.
It does.
Yeah, you do.
I need ClickUp.
Well, there's a reason I say yes. Jaren hates God. Correct?
Yeah, he said that. Plain and simple. Yeah.
And God's creation is a stationary enclosed plane, correct? Jaren hates everything about God. So why would why would he want to not lie against God? So he's got his reasons. Also, he's trying to make a name for himself in being the biggest douche on the internet, probably. But when it comes to Dave, I think Dave's an atheist, as far as I understand.
Yeah, you mean Dave Weiss?
No, Dave,
or Dave
McKeegan.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and if he's an atheist, why would he care about God's creation? The thing is, they have a lot more to gain by lying than they have to be telling the truth. Think about what would have happened to them if they came back and said, guys, sorry, it is actually, the sun sets, it's actually flat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would have happened to these people? The global community is such a bigoted community. They would have shunned them totally. They wouldn't get the backing and support that they're getting now.
Mm-hmm.
Jeren,
Dave's.
Jeren on the other hand, him and Whitsitt, Jeren's been using this as his out for a long time. I mean, we said this months and months in advance that he's going to use this for his out. As soon as TFU got actually announced, we said, yeah, look, he's going to use this. It's going to be his out. And what do you know? Yeah.
He's out. But they're saying you can't have a north without a south pole. I mean, yeah, you can if it's actually a magnetic lodestone.
A dipole. Do I have a normal flat bar magnet here? I mean,
do you?
No, it's somewhere. But anyway, you've seen one of those round little, it looks like a coin almost. Just a normal flat magnet. It's got a north and a south dipole. Okay?
Yeah, it pushes away and pulls on the other side.
Yeah, it pushes and goes through. That's it. You don't literally have a physical south pole.
That people don't know things about magnets. That's what it really boils down to.
Probably not.
Well, actually, if you never were there and you say you were there, yes.
DD, what? Bruh, you left the FE community for shit behavior. Yes, there's a lot of shitty fake flat earthers in there, DD. I 100% agree. But I still do stand with what I'm saying about Jeren. And I do stand with what I'm saying about what you Globers would do if they had to come and say the Earth's flat. Face it. Globers are big bigots. There's a lot of fake flat earthers in the community. And I've said it straight. The flat earth community's become a joke, guys. That's the unfortunate truth. But that doesn't mean that the anti-flat earthers aren't bigots. It doesn't mean that the anti-flat earthers are dishonest.
Or honest, for that matter. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Globers that I would say, is, honest enough. But a lot of people that I've been speaking out against, flat earthers included, I think are just very dishonest people. And I've given my reasons. Again, that's my opinion.
Well, Flats, that didn't change your stance on the Earth itself, did it? People don't dictate that.
Mm-hmm. Wesley, the way the dipole magnet works with, like this round coin magnet, it's how can I put it? South is anywhere away from north. Okay, so the magnetic field is fluctuating through and up and through it, and it's pushing outward. So anywhere to the edges, the brim would be seen as the south pole. But there's not a specific one pole. It's the whole brim. That's how flat Earth works.
I'll send him a speaker magnet. I'll take one of mine.
Yeah. Okay.
That works.
I don't know why I need to explain this very simple fact on magnets, though.
No. You are.
Of course you are lying, but I don't believe you are lying just like that for personal reasons. I believe you're part of something much bigger.
I don't agree with Sam there. I think they are lying for personal gain.
McKeegan's channel is built on flat Earth content. Before he did that, he didn't have any money coming in from YouTube.
Yeah, I remember he was doing camera content for a long time, and the views that he got wasn't really that much. As soon as he started doing flat Earth, boom, that's when he hit off. And that's why all he really does now is, doing against flat Earth kind of things. Because that's where that's become his niche now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he has a lot to lose if he had to come and say, okay, guys, I was wrong, it's actually flat. You know how much he would lose? Because, like I said, Globers are very bigoted. They won't accept it. They were just saying, oh, those guys are fake. He was a plant, blah, 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 stuff like that.
Tit for tat, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
They would totally write him off.
It's a professional line. It's not just like an opinion. It's like you understand. So of course, this is what I believe, and then we can try to understand.
So do we also work with YouTube to allow them to allow us to put up things that are so-called live streams and they're not? Do we?
What? What? YouTube doesn't have to give you any permission to put up a live stream, Jaren. When you want to stream live, you stream live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could do a pre-recorded stream and do it as a live. They're not going to say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
You know, me and Roger could have done this pre-recorded as well if we really wanted to, and I could have played it live now. We could have just recorded it and then played it live.
And then we could go answer the chat live while it's going and pretend like, oh, we're actually live right now. But it'd be kind of hard to answer all the questions, kind of like what happened with TFE.
Yeah, how much super chats did you send to try and get an answer for like Witsit and Dave and them?
I think it's 3 of them, I think.
Yeah, and not one of them were read out, were they?
Nope, not a one.
Dave was also asking questions and nothing was happening, but it was supposedly live.
We did it live when I was doing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were live. We were live watching their live.
If it was live, you know what I mean?
Yeah. YouTube's in on it.
I have no idea about how YouTube works, but I know that I don't trust them too much because they're part of the establishment. They're part of the the mediatic establishment. So, but I don't know what to believe about this because I never really studied the case. But of course,
Okay, let me just show you. I'm just going to show you something real quick. This over here is my YouTube channel. It's been up the entire time. It's never been changed. And you'll notice that starting here, we had a conversation before. It says Antarctica Bound. Then you'll notice here, live from Punta Arenas. So we went live on the first day we got there, which was the 11th. Okay, this is the second day. We went live on the 12th. This is from Punta Arenas. This is the third day on the 13th. We went live from Punta Arenas. This is the 14th, the day that I arrived in Antarctica. This is the 15th, the day after. This is the 16th, the day after that. This is the 17th. So every single day, I live streamed from the ice. Making it.
Question. Can you make 6 live streams pre-recorded?
Yes, you can. I have a point to make here. He has modified this site. He's taken every stream down and he's done any of his speaker corners with off of it because of people like me going and asking the questions live.
Well, look how he was with me when I went on his speaker corner. I was in there for a few minutes. Remember?
Yeah.
He ended up kicking me off as far as I remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's lying about changing his channel. But that's all I'm pointing out.
Well, usually when you start off with saying, "Oh, look, I haven't done anything to my channel," it's kind of odd that you would open with that. You understand?
Yeah, like he's defending something there. Mm-hmm. He's in defense.
Prohibitively impossible that it could be faked because I was talking to people in the chat. Also, if you go to my chest cam footage, you'll see which came out after in here somewhere. The chest cam would be under videos, not live. So under videos, just wanted to find this real quick. That chest cam footage shows me talking to Lisbeth in the airport, and I give the scores to the football game that happened the night before. It's a Thursday night football game between the Niners and the Rams, and I tell you the score of that game that was the day before. So it couldn't have been that we were there years earlier or whatever you want to say.
Again, let me tell you how this happens, Jaren. You go there a year before. I'm not saying he went with the year before, by the way. I just think it was Duffy, McToon, and McKeegan that went probably a year before. And they went and did the HDR environment so they could set it all, get everything in. So they can get all their VFX done pre-post. So when you guys went actually to Antarctica, you already had the fake sun factored into all your footage. Like an overlay. I can have an overlay on OBS. It's the same thing. Yeah. You can create that in programming to create an overlay. Now, if they created the HDR environment already pre-recorded and you have it as an overlay with your fake sun, yeah, you can go to Mars if you wanted to and have the sun showing on Mars.
And just to answer their questions, they can do the shadow work in that same program.
Yes.
Yeah? It's not hard. And I think that one stream, Do I Feel Stupid, is aimed at you, Keith. The clip there. Because the AI, look at the picture.
Right. Let me go. I don't even know about that. Let me go see. I got to see if this is about me. Because now you've made me
curious. I'm curious. I want to know.
Okay, let's see if I can get the channel. Jerenism.
Dude, his new streams don't have really any content whatsoever. They don't really have the topics don't even have any meat to them at all.
Is that on videos, correct? Yes.
It's Weiss does.
Okay. I don't see it. There's one of it. 5 months ago, the dumbest panel on YouTube clip.
Oh, yeah.
Will I debate Flatsoid? 6 months ago.
Huh. He didn't contact you, did he?
No, I think that was when I went on to talk to him or something. I don't know. Okay, but I'm trying to look for that other one. He says he didn't change anything on his channel, correct?
No, he does.
Where's that thumbnail? Wait, look, because this is the one I'm looking for. That one. Do I feel stupid?
Yeah.
That's under videos.
I didn't see it.
6 months ago. Okay.
Look under lives just in case you.
No, it's under videos.
It's in there
Shows
too.
under videos, he says.
Yeah.
5 months, 5 months. Maybe I just have to go further down. 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. 6. There we go, okay. Oh, I've actually watched it.
There you
It
are.
was long ago, I don't even remember. Okay.
You almost lose
We
your
can stay on topic.
humanity.
We're just speculating.
I can't remember watching this, to be honest. Who is this big tech guy? Okay, it's got nothing to do with me.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah. The thumbnail just it kind of looked like it might have been you, but the thumbnail don't look like that guy at all, does it?
No. Quite insane.
You notice how he's just mocking. There you are. There you are.
Yeah, there I am.
And Mark's in there with him.
Yeah, because we were reviewing what they were saying. And we're like, oh, look at the orange background is very odd, with so much... it's there's just so many, how can I say...
odd things.
Coincidences when it comes to the Masonic symbolism stuff. And that's what we were trying to point out. But will I debate Flatsoid? What? I just got to see this though. Captain Morgan. It's a long edit.
Enrique, am I right? Are we good?
Cabron Jefe, your flat earth phase was like my cousin's marriage, full of bad decisions and...
What?
The little tiny bugs in our stomach. If somebody told you that and there was no such thing as...
Okay, where am I?
Videos, expect to see lies about me. Go ahead. There already are a ton. Enrique, am I right? Are we good?
Cabron Jefe, your flat earth phase was like my cousin's marriage.
What the?
Saying garbage. None of it's right. You're like watching me talk and I say something about going on the loop. They're like, a loop? A loop? Did anybody hear? What is a loop in Antarctica? Let's look. I don't know what that could mean. It's like so dumb. The loop.
Okay.
The one that everybody ran from the, what is it called? The marathon. It's just the loop where you ride a bike.
Godzilla, thank you for your $10. He says, PSA, it's now 10 months and we're still waiting for the missing 7 out of 8 motorized 24-hour sun videos taken that day. Maybe they're still digitally processing them? Well, you see, Witzer did say it's how much terabytes. And it keeps bombing out or something. So yeah, it's amazing how long we have to wait for this. But thank you for the super chat, Godzilla. Really appreciate the support. And no, I'm not ego searching anything, Tom. So I'm just interested to see about this because I never watched this video. What has it got to do with me? Ah.
Well, there was your logo back there. You saw it right there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have to watch this sometime and see what's going on there. But yeah, this is Mr. Jerry.
Well, yeah, it seems like an eternity forever. We're not got the motorized footage at all, the 24-hour.
Nope, not at all. Thank you for reminding us, Godzilla. Okay, let's carry on watching him debate.
So good. I just wanted to point that out, that there is evidence that people act like we didn't chronicle this trip, which is crazy. The other thing is, let me just bring this real quick, and if I bring up my...
Can you quickly talk to you? I just got to quickly move my child. Sorry, man.
Oh, okay, I can entertain them. Hey guys, how's it going? All by my lonesome in here. Yeah, we're not saying that they with the live footage, were they watching the chats? Yeah, I mean they could have, like you said, pre-recorded the stuff and actually just answered live chats. But I don't know why Austin didn't answer my 3 that I sent, or Sob's one text he sent them. They didn't answer it. They really didn't. That's kind of odd. I thought,
Sorry,
why not answer a live?
Sorry, I just had to move my child out the way quickly. He's lying on the bed in the way. Oh, yeah.
I was just answering Wes. Yeah. He was like, we need to stay on topic. Don't you say that they were faking the live streams and then just like answering the chats remotely?
Why can't we...
like that kind of...
Yeah. The thing is, you can pre-record something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have that pre-record play in your background. And then you can be on an actual green screen in front of that pre-recording as live. Understand?
Yeah.
So I can, for instance, I can make a pre-recorded video showing me on Pluto right now. Okay?
Well, no, you can't. But go ahead.
But I'm just saying. So it's going to show Pluto. My surroundings will look like Pluto. And then me will be placed into the surrounding system, this pre-recorded arena or environment, and do a live stream and say, hey, guys, reading the content or whatever. Saying, hey, look what I'm doing. It's all live. No, the environment I'm putting behind you is fake. It's already pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded fakeness, or it's CGI or whatever. I'm doing live, but the rest is fake. The rest is already happened. You get it? It's almost like taking an event that's happened before. Okay? And let's take, for instance, a famous boxing match. Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, they had a boxing match. I am now live showing that boxing match, but it's happened years ago. Because why? It's pre-recorded already into my system, and then I am just overlaid in front of it to do the live and read the messages while we're watching this live boxing match that happened decades ago. Understand? It's not hard to do.
Not at all.
I'm just giving an analogy just so you guys understand. Seven Mark Plane said, I super chatted Jaren as well and didn't get a response. It wasn't so hectic when he was leaving to Antarctica at that point, I remember. Yeah, but that's what they were making points with about Roger and Dave. They both were super chatting Jaren, and he just... nothing. He just didn't respond. So that was why we were like very curious, like, was he really live? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was Austin, by the way. Sorry, not Jaren.
Yeah, we were on Austin's show. Oh, yeah, we were on Austin's. But, they were both like streaming at the same time. So it's very possible that they were all just faking it. You don't know.
Okay.
Just saying.
See what you guys see here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my Durance, and I told everybody ahead of time, this is not news. I said I will be chronicling the trip at t.me/Durance. So if you go through this, and you have to scroll back to find the date, because this is date, I forgot where it said the date. Anyway, you can get it to come up here. But you'll see that every time that we did anything, here's me talking. I don't even know what I'm saying here. Here's me on the airplane going to LA, I believe. But you'll see that I chronicled my whole trip. Here's us flying down there. Then I get to the point where I'm here at the airport in Buenos Aires talking to Lisbeth and Austin. This is where I first met them. And then here's us driving. Oh, so this is us in Chile. So we've arrived. We've been picked up by this van. You can actually look at where we're at. This is Chile.
See what I'm saying? That's what I said. I do believe they went to Chile and I do believe they went to Antarctica. I just believe they had their environment already pre-created a year before to add an overlay of the sun. So in other words, they would have a fake sky. That's all they needed. They just needed a fake sky. The rest can be real, just the sky needs to be fake. And if you got a HDR environment already set in Unreal and you're able to preset where your sun would be moving, it's very possible to fake it.
Chile. This is, you can go look on Google Earth and find where we were driving here. And you can see we're here. We have all our luggage and gear. Punta Arenas. We will go live this evening. I will be adding Austin and Elizabeth as posters on this channel, so please share it wide. So we did chronicle the whole trip. You can go through this. Here's me in Punta Arenas. Watch. You'll see that I turn and I show where we are exactly in Chile. And there's Lisbeth, and there's my phone. I turn it around. There's Austin talking with Duffy. There's Jonathan Morandi on the right. So there is no question about whether or not we were in. There's the hotel that we stayed in behind us. Like, are you at a point that you think that this is CGI, that people...
No. I agree with Jaren there. That's definitely not fake.
No, that looks real. That's a lot realer than Antarctica, for sure.
It does look better.
Yeah.
We're making AI videos with people and walking them like this. Like those.
I just want to point out, yeah, anybody that's saying this was AI and stuff, please stop. AI wasn't that great yet in 2024. Even today, you can still kind of tell it's AI, but it's much better now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what they're doing now with AI is they're backtracking with it. They're using a beta run on it, especially for people that are using the free stuff. It's not as good as it was coming out as. So you can definitely tell the difference.
People, you know those people. So my question is that it's embarrassing.
Obviously, Debatable D hasn't heard of Gaussian splats before. Sorry, Debatable D. Maybe you should stop projecting onto me.
That people that call themselves researchers don't even know that this exists. They're like, oh, we researched TFE, and Jaren doesn't have any footage, and Jaren never has any proof that he was where he says he was. When I told everybody, hey, it's going to be here on t.me/Durantz, and I chronicled the whole trip. So you can go through here. Here's us eating dinner on the first night that we got there. There's Dave sitting down there, Austin, there's Duffy, Critical Think, Tune at the very end of the table. We are having a little conversation. I said, it's like Thanksgiving dinner lasted about 10 minutes before the argument broke out. This is as fun as shitting your pants on a date. So, you know, that's what it was. So then we went live here. Then we just keep going. So this whole trip was chronicled. And then let's see here. This is me talking about us having to get ready to go on the plane the next day. And see, that's still in Punta Arenas. Oh, here's this is a video.
I just want to point out, Jaren, yes, we get what you're saying, man, but really? You've made your point. Okay, are we going to get to where he's actually... Oh, he's going to show the sun. Okay, let's see.
Let me just listen to this.
We're here. We're ready to go.
Ready to go, y'all. Send me that picture.
Here's Saturday, December 14th.
Saturday, December 14th.
How do we know that? The 49ers lost to the Rams on Thursday, 12-6. And I wouldn't be able to know that unless it was after that date. So we are ready to board, as you can see. Antarctica. Here we come. Or here we go. Oh, shoot. I don't have to get my boarding pass out.
Okay. So just showing, there's us in the Punta Arenas airport. Here's us boarding the 757 jet. Mm-hmm. You can see all of us here. Critical Think.
Here we go.
Duffy, Mark. There's all of us. Like, these things cannot be faked. Like, this is not the moon landing where you're like, oh, there's one video footage and that's it. And all of us are filming each other. It's like kind of prohibitively impossible. Here's us getting on the plane.
I agree, yeah, with Jaren, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've got
Get on
no
the
issue with
plane.
what he's showing there. But that's also what I do agree with Jaren on, yeah, because unfortunately you do get a lot of the flat earthers, oh, you never actually went to Antarctica. Yeah, it's definitely the case they did go. This is why I make fun of Witted when he says hypothetically I went. Because he wouldn't say that unless they faked something. That was the whole point about that.
There's the empty plane. We take off. There's the beautiful ice as we fly in there. Here's us landing. Oh, that's us on the what do they call it? The scenic route. Here's us at there's a nice video of the camp. Oops, no, we don't need to watch that one. And then we've got us arriving.
Why don't you need to watch that? Was there something you didn't want us to show?
Maybe.
There's us flying out. So anyway, there's this
Oh, look how different the sun looks again. Okay.
screenshot from my time lapse. There's the Wi-Fi code, so now you have it, so you can steal their Wi-Fi if you want. Anyway, the fact is...
Wow, that's so private. Wi-Fi password, Union Glacier.
I never guessed that.
Wow, I don't think anybody would guess that.
Is that this trip did happen, and there's plenty of evidence that anybody should be able to look at and say, okay, the trip happened, they were there, and then from there you can come up with whatever ideas you want about why the sun was there. You can be like Dave Weiss and pretend that we can plasma blast of laser suns in the sky when it's supposed to be dark there. Remember, I mean, that would be the flat Earth position. It got dark.
Well, if you look at like the position like Shank brought up earlier, if they used the sun simulator, it's possible to do that as well. Or you could just have a fake sun. Like I said, you can have the fake sun in Unreal Engine. You can just create it in HDR environment, pre-loaded it, and then had an overlay. Simple as that.
But we didn't. So anyway, I just want to know: are you saying then that this footage that I've taken is all fake, or is this not the ice? I mean, where do you see this anywhere else besides? I've never seen it in my life, and I've flown a lot of places. Never seen sea ice like that. We were definitely going south. We had our compasses out. It was going dead south. Somebody else made a comment about that, saying, "Oh, you couldn't be going south because the South Magnetic Pole isn't where the south."
That is true, Norman. Jaren was claiming there's a 24-hour sun before he even saw it, but that's all he's saying. This was all planned. He was using this to do his out. He's out of FE. His whole plan of this was to get out of FE. Because remember, he was planted in FE from the beginning to lead people astray from FE. And unfortunately, he was very successful with some people.
Pole is, yeah, but if you go look at a map, when you're flying from South America to Union Glacier, the South Pole is behind Union Glacier. It's in the water.
Debatably, what are you talking about? Parrot, HDR, parrot, HDR, parrot, overlay, parrot, Gaussian splats. Parrot. Is that the best you got, DD? Shame.
I guess you're a parrot.
I guess so, because maybe he doesn't understand those words. I don't know.
We looked into the whole thing. All right. You did a show on it.
Yeah, we did a whole show on it. Exactly.
Australia, but it is in a south direction. So if your compass says you're going south, that is correct. Okay, we weren't trying to fly towards the South Pole. That's not where Union Glacier is. Here's some beautiful mountains here. Looking out the window, again, you would have to assume then that this is fake. I didn't go there, according to you. So this is a sphere in Las Vegas, I guess, out the window somehow. So anyway, you can just go through this if you want, and that's still available. t.me/Durance. It's up there. It's now been changed over to me ranting a lot, but this is all still here.
Wow, brilliant.
Here's us at the camp. Yeah. Here's us when we got there, back on the plane.
I think there's a video I want to actually, if I can find it. What's up, Jim? Good to see you, man.
And Ryan's in there too.
Yeah, Ryan's also there. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see him. He was in last night. can't remember.
Maybe.
I just want to quickly find a video on my channel.
To watch your members only stream. I was busy working.
Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking for a video quickly. Hopefully, I can find it. There was the stamps. It's not the one I need to look for. Creaky is blind. New.
What is a creaky blinder, anyways? I've always asked that
Creaky
question.
blinder is just a joke, man.
I mean, the name. What does it mean? Like, he's got creaky gutters. I don't know what.
Is this? I think this was before. Okay, I just gotta figure out which is the exact video I'm looking for. Okay, that's not Union Glacier. That's not the one I was looking. Now I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, that's the snow one. It's awesome. It's Unreal. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I can't remember which video it is exactly. But I'm trying to show.
Where you went over the
no, where he
real
says
engine?
it's where he says it's it sets.
Oh, okay.
For
Yeah,
2
I'm
hours.
Sora too.
Well, he said it sets for 2 hours or something.
That would make sense if it did set for 2 hours.
You see, it goes behind this mountain for 2 hours apparently.
Going. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's this one. Not sure.
And this was only like what? How
Since
many
the
days
stream
out of
did
the whole
actually
year?
record the sun going behind Mount, well, like kind of over Mount Rossman, which is.
Wait, just play it again.
Since the stream did actually record the sun going behind Mount, well, like kind of over Mount Rossman, which is south anyway, which is if the sun was going to set in Antarctica, is where it would have been. Since the stream did actually record the sun going behind Mount, the sun going behind Mount, going behind Mount, going behind.
We were up close to. So that sun ropes around here, and last night, once it goes behind the mountain for about, I don't know, it's probably behind the mountain 2 hours.
The whole reason I say it wasn't real is because I haven't seen evidence that it has been real. It's just on the basis of trust me, bro, it's not faked. The issue we've been having a lot is, especially because this whole thing was based on deception from the get-go from Mr. Duffy himself, and unfortunately there's a lot of red flags that people have been pushing out that have been not really addressed, other than either excuses or just say, no, you guys don't know what's going on kind of thing. I have my own idea how I think you could have faked the sun, which I will be presenting.
Okay, are you going to maybe give a suggestion of how you think it was faked so you and Dave can talk about that?
Yeah. Well, my idea is how they could have faked it was Duffy or someone could have gone earlier and got high def HDRs surround environments of Antarctica, because when you look at the footage, we don't see Union Glacier anywhere around there, and they're only about 1.5 kilometers away. You should see Union Glacier camp. We don't see Union Glacier camp at Mount Rossman, so that shows that they were either probably there when it was off season, when there were no tourists available. They were able to get their environment done, HDR environment done, and they could recreate it in Unreal Engine 5 if they wanted to. And therefore, when they did all really go down in December, they were able to just fake the sky and have the rest as a real environment.
In this tutorial, we are going to cover the full process of setting up a dynamic snow environment like this. How to use the ultra dynamic sky asset to add a snow weather preset to your world, and also how to set up your characters so that they make dynamic snow trails as they walk through your world.
And here I will drag and drop my HDRI, and let's drag and drop here. So yeah, it has imported successfully. So yeah, here is how we can add HDRI in Unreal Engine 5.
Let's get started. So, starting with the basics, it is very simple to get this up and running. In fact, we only need to do two things. We need to work with the directional light and with the sky and atmosphere actor. Now, first things first, a directional light. Here's a directional light. I'll drag it in a little bit more towards the center. But the really important thing here is that if you look in the advanced options, it says here, atmosphere sunlight, yes. So you have to enable that. That registers this directional light as being a directional light, a sunlight that has to be detected by atmosphere rendering. By having done that, we're immediately there. As I zoom out a little bit, you see you get the shading of the atmosphere is being rendered, the sun is being rendered, and if you were to rotate the sun, the directional light, in fact you can do that with a shortcut Ctrl-L. So if you hold Ctrl-L, and while holding it you simply move the mouse, you can do this, and you can see it all nicely updates. Now we have evening, sunset, getting night, can have sunrise again. So all of that pretty much simply just works.
So now to rotate the sun, simply go to the rotation tool and you can rotate your sun. There's another way to move the sunlight. So you can press Ctrl-L and after that you can move your mouse to rotate the sun. So this is a very handy shortcut to rotate the sun lamp.
That was a great little stream you did there. Yeah, but pay attention to the shed and the shadow on it. If we were moving and the sun wasn't rotating around the top of us, that shadow would not be there. The further it got around, the sun would be in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hence, we're moving according to their model.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
not the sun. Yeah.
But I mean, you see, it's very possible to have faked it that way.
Yeah, it would be hard to make that shadow, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or eliminate that shadow, because the shadow is always there. Because
but I guess this is why they have all the different anomalies with the shadows, though, because it's very hard to, pinpoint their shadows to their fake sun.
It would be.
So anyway, that's just what I wanted to show, because I don't really get any more. I can understand when we first got back, people had questions. I get that. But then after that, once there's all this evidence starts coming out and you can see that we were there clearly, you've got Duffy, who has a 24-hour video. I mean, you guys act like we didn't do anything there, or that nothing was impressive when we live streamed there. Find another person live streaming from Antarctica. I live streamed every day when I was there in Antarctica. So go find me one person that does that. So we did do a lot, and I do think it was important that we went there. You said, why did you go there? You could have just called somebody. You guys don't even believe us when we went there. So do you think?
Well, that's still up for contention. Remember when Steve, hey dude, was supposed to be called by Duffy? It never happened.
No, he did. Nope.
He was waiting.
And there were so many.
Yeah. He was waiting for him and everything, and instead of phoning him, Duffy even mentioned him, and then their excuse was why they didn't phone him was he blocked him on WhatsApp. Now, how do you know if someone blocks you on WhatsApp? Oh, you don't. Because it will only ring. That's all. It doesn't say you blocked or anything. And he wouldn't block him. And by the way, he doesn't need to WhatsApp him. He had a laptop, correct?
He did have one, yes, he did.
And he was live streaming through, he had Skype, he had Zoom, StreamYard, he can use anything, correct?
Yeah, you can call him that way.
You could have emailed him and say, hey, here's the link for our Zoom.
Yeah. Let's talk.
Yeah, there's many things, but again, just as the multiple different excuses they had for why they couldn't do the 24-hour live stream, they had multiple excuses for why they couldn't phone Hey Dude, Steve.
Yeah. It would have been easy to do. I mean,
Yeah, but my question is, why would you have if someone asks you a question and you have multiple excuses for that, would that be seen as, hey, this guy's lying? Because it's inconsistent. Yeah. That's exactly what these guys have been giving. They've been giving inconsistent answers for simple questions. And I mean, this was very telling when myself and Steve had Duffy on and we were asking him these very tough questions. He ended up rage quitting.
Yeah. Wesley just made a good joke. It's not going to change any of the footage from satellites, is what he said.
Satellites now?
Yeah, I know.
Think you'd believe us if we said, hey, we called down there and some guy filmed it for us? No, you would never believe that. So here's the problem with conspiracy theorists, in my opinion now, is that you've already got the decision in your mind. You already think you know the truth. And so any bit of evidence to you is evidence to use however you want. You can just twist it to be...
Jaren, that's not true. Although it's, I would say yes, maybe some. It depends. Some people are really too far deep in that they won't accept anything. You know, something like, for instance, Daltards. You know what I mean? No matter what evidence you're going to present, they're going to carry on pushing their nonsense. I guess I can agree with Jaren on some of that. But I do think it's wrong just to say, hey, okay, everybody's just conspiracy theorists if you're flat earthers, so therefore you're not going to change your mind on evidence. False. Remember in the beginning, before they went to Antarctica, I said I don't believe they're really going to Antarctica. Remember I said that? And then I changed my mind when I saw they went to Antarctica. So that literally refutes what he just said.
Whatever. So at that point, you should just recognize that you will forever be a flat earther. Because how could something happen that would change your mind? It can't. Because you would just assume it's fake. If you already think it can't be, there can't be a South Pole, then anything else would be the same thing, right? Any proof that would prove the globe, you're going to deny and just say is fake or is fabricated, right? Go ahead. I use that full time. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Use much more than that.
No problem. Okay, check it out. First of all, there are lots of glitches in your reasoning as well. And
Am I reasoning?
Which ones. Yeah, in the fact that you're using speed, using quantity, and you can probably convince people, that don't have the time to hear everything you say and to check everything you show. But when we take the time, to reason, because you have to know something, that flat earthers are not stupid. Don't make that mistake. Because flat earthers are acute people. They are straight people. I'm talking about like true flat earthers, right? Not fake ones, of course. So
100% agree, Sam. 100% agree. Not the fake flat earthers. Actual flat earthers.
At my experience, there are smart people, intelligent people, acute people, thinkers, investigators, and fair. They know how to be fair. They know how to recognize when they're wrong. And I've done that experience already with them. So the thing is that, in what you just said, there are a few problems. First of all, because you can show us, films like footage that look genuine, that look real. I don't have nothing to say about this footage. But then you jump into the conclusion, because this footage look real, then we saw 24 hours in and doubting.
Good point, Sam. Very good point. I think I find that very logical too. Guys, look on my right hand, I got this footage. This is real, so therefore this is real because I say so. No. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's real. Good point, Sam.
And that was stupid to, even think that you were never there. But wait, just a second. You're jumping too fast. you prove the point. This footage is okay. Now I can show you other footage of the TFE, trip that are proving, very clearly that it couldn't happen. Because if you believe that in Antarctica there are straight lines in the skies with right angles, that mountains tremble, so yes, of course, then you can believe you were there. But did you see any mountains tremble? Did you see all these anomalies? Did you see the videos we made about all the anomalies, compilation? So the thing is that
has it ever been addressed with that what that seam was that we saw? Like you would see on a green screen overlay.
I know what you're saying. I don't think that.
I don't think it was ever addressed though.
No, but they say that 3D cameras do that. Supposedly, that's what they're saying. I think that's what their excuse.
3D cameras do that.
360-degree cameras, sorry. Not 3.
I don't know about that. That's quite a leap to go on what they claim, because the 3D cameras do have how can you say, it's like a seam, because it's the two cameras that are facing away from each other, so it's got an overlay, you could say.
Yeah,
but those seams that are on there is not anything geometrically gonna fit with what they're claiming. That is literally like a. I wonder if I can.
It's cut into it. It's like a line, like a literal. It's not overlay. You can't tell where the overlay begins and ends. But with this thing, it has like a corner to it, like a point, almost like
see if I
line.
still got on my PC. Where is it? I hope I didn't delete it. Or I might have to look under... Oh, I still was thinking we still have to play that game show sometime again. Remember we played that game show that one night? It was quite good. I must update questions and do it again. Sorry, I'm just trying to open something. I want to see if it's if it's where... Because now I can't remember if I got it saved anywhere. Oh, man. Dismiss. Where would it be now? I don't know if I deleted it. That sucks. I got a feeling I deleted it. Wait, but it should be under my... No, that's too far again. I'm not going to go look. But anyway, we showed it with the... I actually had in my previous video that I just showed now. Remember? If you pause it, it shows the thing that's saying, does this look familiar?
Okay, yeah, I think I understand.
Then maybe let me just get that screenshot quickly. Might make it a bit better. By the way, guys, while you're waiting, please hit the likes, share the show. Appreciate you all. I'll get to history. Okay, share. No. Come on, because I need to go to where it is, and I have to pause it. No. Go back. Things before that. Sorry, guys. There we go. This thing. Remember this?
Okay, yeah.
Now you see on the left, that is taken from the actual footage, guys. That 90-degree angle. Okay. That is not something a GoPro would make.
It looks like you're inside a building almost, doesn't it? Sorry.
But I mean, that's not something that's not something that GoPro will make. And then if you go to like films scenes, they actually can create this, and this is usually, you can see that the guy's got a film and he's busy moving it there, and that looks exactly the same kind of angle and everything.
Yeah.
So it's quite telling. Okay, but let's carry on, because we're gonna probably have to do a part 2 of this stream for sure, because it's already half past. And to be honest, I am kind of tired, guys, because like I said, I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning. So I think we're just gonna let Sam do his time, yeah, and then we're gonna go end the stream, and then we'll do part 2 tomorrow, because tomorrow night it's Flat Earth Friday, so we can go nice and long on. So.
No, but why would we watch those? Why would we watch those videos if we were there?
No problem. No problem, because of course, in our position, we believe that you're not saying the truth for whatever reason. And
debatable. Part 1 of 15. No, I don't think it'll be 15 parts though. Definitely not. It'll be torture.
Would be, and again, I can say that openly. I might be wrong. It's always have to say that you might be wrong, but with what we have, I don't believe I am. So the thing is that I have a question for you. What is for you a lie? How can you define a lie?
Untruth, something that's said that's not true.
Not a synonym, but how can you define it? Like what is a lie?
The opposite of the truth.
Yes, but how? Okay, let's see.
Wait.
How do you?
Okay, Sam. I think Sam is trying to extend, but Jaren is correct. I just said both times, so I don't see what's wrong with what Jaren just answered though.
Create a lie. How do you make a lie?
Tell something different than reality. Tell something different than the truth.
Fabricate the truth. That's what you should be saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Well, not exactly.
Okay, then you just tell me, because you keep asking me and I'm not getting the right answer. So.
I'll tell you. A lie is the distortion of the truth. If you take something that's true and you just change a little bit of that truth,
you can distort
this whole thing becomes a lie. So now I'm going to tell you something. In order for us to believe, that you were there, we need just much more than just like a few footages of you in wherever to believe that the entire thing was real. We need all the footage to be genuine. You understand? Not just like a part of them. Then there are other problems. I think that the community already picked that up, that you didn't show no tickets, or very few tickets, or very few, proofs of you traveling to one place. Okay, that's one ticket. Or you were that's okay.
Yeah, but I just want to point out to the people in chat. Remember when I was live last holiday, and I showed, the building across, the different satellite dishes pointing in different directions on the same building, right next to each other. Yeah, a lot of the dishes point at towers on mountains, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, and what I'm finding out is there's a lot of relay stations for the satellites itself, so people can actually
relay stations as well. Exactly.
Yeah. So it could be a number of things other than like this imaginary thing floating in the sky, But they're showing that you can actually connect a signal by aiming at a signal in the sky. That's how they do the relay stations. They do like an arc.
Yeah.
It's like, so Wesley, you're gonna be out of luck when I get done. I've looked at the DirecTV, and they only have like 6 operating satellites, and I think they have like 12 relay stations. So I mean, it's like, because they're pointed at a 40-degree angle up doesn't mean they're actually pointing at a satellite in the sky necessarily. It's usually done, most of it with relay stations, because the satellites only supposedly can reach certain parts at the horizon. That's why even when I did big satellites, the first 6 satellites that they put out, I did installations with the Christian companies like TBN, BTL. They use satellite, but they have relay stations at the local broadcast stations would actually receive supposed satellite signals too. That's how they get their broadcast across it. And what they do is they broadcast from one end of the Earth like that, and they meet it in the sky. That's like that's how it's they receive it that way.
Yeah.
That's physically possible. So it'd be easy to say.
But then if I showed
satellites up there.
one, you're going to say that's 2 tickets, and if
No,
that's 3.
no. I have no problem.
Okay.
Look, you just said that you knew that you were going to deal with conspiracy terrorists, right? If I had to deal with them, I would have made sure that I had every proof possible that I was there. Like every time I drink a coffee, I'll bring the receipt. Every time I travel, I'll bring everything, like videos and receipts all over the place. But there are very, very few of them.
We have plenty.
So
Like
that's
for instance,
not the proof in itself. That's
Right.
not the proof in itself. I admit it.
Okay.
It's just like another clue that something like is not normal. Now I finish with this. Now, the big problem that you have, Jaren, the big problem that you have
I don't have any
is that for us, the big problem that we have with you, let's say like this, is that for like about 10 years, I believe, it was before I came to Flat Earth, but for many years you've been not just exposing your opinion about Flat Earth, but demonstrating that Flat Earth is valid, that the Earth is flat. You've been proving it for 10 years.
I don't know
now,
about, I never proved it.
Okay, let's we can discuss about that later. And then now,
Well, Jaren did say he's been proving Flat Earth for 10 years. Now he says he didn't prove it.
He just proved it. Probably, yeah.
But yeah. We'll carry on with this. 32:45 seconds. We'll carry on with this tomorrow night, that's for sure. Oh, man. So, what do you have to say, Roger?
Oh, I think this is all they're just trying to reify that they actually went. They're not really showing us any 24-hour footage of the sun like they said they were going to. That's what we're back at the beginning of this whole thing after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to do it is to independently test it. That's why I wanted to do what I wanted to do to start with, because they refused to take me to start with. I don't know. He could have at least tried to, get me in there. But he just.
But Roger, you weren't the chosen, man.
I know. My channel's not big enough. No, I think they were they didn't want me to go because of my association with
you weren't
Nathan
part of
Oak.
the club, man.
I know.
Yeah,
I would have loved to.
I mean, I remember still watching you live talking to Duffy in the parking lot there by the church, and discussing with him, and he was like real keen, and nothing happened after that.
Nope. No, he wanted me to come do a flat Earth demonstration at his church to start with, and it's like there's a lot of hatred there, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. But guys, so far the debate isn't really much of a debate, to be honest. It's more or less of just I say, you say, believe me, bro. You know what I mean? Obviously, Sam's at the moment just trying to point out the difference, all the anomalies and things why it's a red flag. And all Jaren is doing like, well, just trust me because I can show, of videos of me being there. Just because you were there doesn't make the sun real.
No, it doesn't.
So it's sad. But yeah, I still think it's fake. And I have to reiterate, it doesn't really matter if the sun is 24 hours or not in Antarctica. It won't change the fact about a flat Earth. Been very clear about this from the beginning. The false dichotomy they set up and not science shows this. The only thing I have an issue with is why did they need to lie if it was true? That's it. Because the reason you have to put logical deduction by this is the reason they lied is because the sun set and they couldn't be truthful enough to say, guys, okay, the sun set. Because if they did, it would be very hard for them.
It'd be very hard for everybody in that arena, and not just the the anti-flat earthers, I mean, the whole mainstream narrative of a globe
Think
Earth
of the
with,
people that's trying to keep this silent, how they would go against them.
Oh yeah, there's
You
a
know what I mean?
lot of people that have a lot of money that in curriculum and politics that actually go around saying, we definitely live on a globe.
Yeah.
We're absolutely sure.
Exactly.
We can show you. NASA, you name it, it's all out there.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, but it was good seeing you. You're going to have a show just now?
Not now. No, I'm having one later tonight. I'm having one at 10:30 tonight, my time.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
unfortunate when I go to work again.
Yeah. I did some on a geodesy thing on a website that this guy teaches geodetic surveying and stuff, and we're not going to talk about the surface we're actually standing on. That's how he starts off. Like, why aren't we talking about the surface we're standing on? And then he pulled up this gravity model, and it doesn't look anything like a sphere at all. It's really lumpy, like it's been beat up, and it's got huge contusions on the sides of it. Like, this is what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to say night. It was great having you on, man. Thanks for coming on.
No problem, man.
Appreciate everybody in the YouTube lands. Thank you for the super chats. Good to see you again, Godzilla. And yeah, guys, remember, God created a stationary enclosed plane. The sooner you accept it, the better. What else can we say? Till tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow night is Flat Earth Friday. We will probably be having some part 2 of this. And if anybody debates, we'll see how that happens. But see you guys tomorrow. Many blessings. May the pressure be with you. Cheers, guys.
Bye, guys.
May the pressure be with you. Cheers, guys.
Bye, guys.
I just got to end there.